Well, we made it to the end finally. The whole home audio is done. I've got 10 zones. It sounds amazing. I'm super happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a little bit of the clips that I recorded when I had the scaffolding. So I'm gonna show that first. It's not too long. And then after that, those clips, then I'm going to go around and just give you one more tour and just talk about it one more time and go around to all the zones and turn them on and give you a brief tour of that, so that way I can kind of do a wrap up. But I just wanted to say real quick here in the beginning, you know, whether you found this video and you're watching this one first, maybe you haven't seen that I've got a whole series, but so if you're just finding this, you know, I encourage you to check out the rest of my videos on my channel and like and subscribe on my channel because I've got a lot of great content coming up this year. And so, but watch the rest of the videos in my series, and I think you'll find it really helpful. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments because I try to reply to everybody in the comments. And if you guys have found these videos helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you guys would buy me a coffee, and the link is in the description. But that just helps me keep doing videos and investing more money into my channel. So that's just a one-time thing. I'm not on Patreon or anything like that because I don't think that a recurring subscription is the right thing to do for my channel at this point. So that's just kind of a one-time thing to show that, you know, my videos helped you. Maybe you are going through this in your house. Maybe you're consider doing it. That's that. So let's go ahead and get started and show you the rest of this install.
My name is Caden, and I'm a computer engineer by trade, working full-time as a software developer. I've always enjoyed doing DIY projects, and after my channel started to get popular over my whole home audio projects, I decided to make this episode series. So come along this journey as I show you from start to finish how I'm installing whole home audio into my existing 2-story house.
It is January 2nd, and I went ahead and I ended up canceling that fan order that I've been waiting on. I wanted the 70-inch fan and it kept getting pushed back. Since my last video, it got pushed back 2 more times, so I canceled that. I got the 60-inch, so I just got a little bit smaller, and that was available on Amazon Prime, so I got that 2 days. So I have the fan now, and tomorrow my plan is to go rent the scaffolding so I can put up those 2 speakers over there. And I think I can put up the 1 speaker above the doorway by myself. I think that with my tall ladder that I have, I think that I can get it done. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to go up, I'm gonna cut the hole from above. I'm gonna cut it from above because I think it'll be a little bit hard from below. But I think if I have the hole cut, I think I can get my ladder, I think I can put it up and screw it in, and then I think I can come back up here and make the connection. But in the event that I can't do it with my ladder, if it's just too hard or if the angle's not good enough, again, I'm gonna get the scaffolding tomorrow, so it's not gonna be a big deal. I'll just have a hole into my attic for a day, so it shouldn't be a big deal.
All right, so here we are. I've moved the installation over. I've used my template. I've used a Sharpie, and I made a hole, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, and then we'll go back downstairs. But I just want to show the top. There's my little template, and getting ready to cut it. Okay, got the hole cut. Let's go on downstairs and take a look. It was a tough one. It was tight and not ideal to work on a ladder, a little unsteady, but I got it in and didn't have too many issues. So the only thing is, it's like that template, it was almost too small, so I had to shave off a lot, and that took like another 10 minutes to try to shave a little, but we got it up, so let's turn it on. This is only one side of the speaker, so like the left side, but we'll turn it on and hear how it sounds. She's working. What do you think?
Sounds so good.
Were you worried for me when I was up there?
Yes, very worried. It's really hot.
All right, so this is just one. We're gonna have 2 more, but it looks great and sounds great. So we're gonna have 1 more there, and we're gonna have 1 more there. So this is going to be awesome. Finally got the scaffolding
rented at Home Depot, just left the parking lot. So got my dad in front here with his truck since I don't have a truck. So gonna finally get this thing finished up and do a little bit of work today, and gonna be finally finished with this project. Alright, so I just fished the rod, my yellow rods. I just got up here, you can see the hole right there, that's my first speaker. I fished my rod from up here to the other hole, which is down there. You can kind of see it, the light down there at the end. I fished it and we're sticking out both sides now. So now we're gonna run the cable that's gonna connect these two speakers. So we are almost there. Got all the holes cut, everything's lining up. The speaker cable now connecting the two, so guys, we're almost there. Here it is, got the room all clean. So this is it, this is the final product. So we've got our master amplifier on top, and if you guys are just watching this video, remember I used the Soundavo WS66i. Got a lot more information on my channel, so if you're interested in that, check it out, and then also check the description in this video. But yeah, check that out, those are good resources, and I've got a coupon code as well for these whole home amps. But this is the master, and it's connected with the ribbon cable to the slave amplifier. So I've got the 6 zones, these are 6 zone amplifiers, so I've got the 6 zones coming into here, and then my remaining 4, and I've still got 2 open slots that I could use if I find you know, a use for 2 more zones in the future. So this is the room, and I still got room the way I mounted these. I still got room to put clothes on the hanger, and it'll hide these. So this is the room. Got it all cleaned up. So let's start up here. We're upstairs. Let's go ahead and just kind of walk through all the zones, all 10 zones, turn it on, and I'll show you, how it turned out. So remember up here, this is like the upstairs master. So we've got the 2 there, and I did a 3rd in here above the shower. So this zone had 3 speakers. And then the next bedroom upstairs, turn it on. Make sure it's on the same source. But so we've got the 2 in here for this bedroom. And then we've got the upstairs regular bathroom. So this one, remember, we only put 1 speaker in here, but we still ran 2 cables because this speaker is a special kind. This is a stereo speaker, and so I did the 1 speaker in here, but it's still giving me stereo sound. So that's this one. And then, I don't know what the hell this song is. We have the big zone out here. So we've got, this again has 3 speakers in this zone, so I put 1 above the front door. And then we've got 1 here, and then 1 over there. So that's this zone, and I really like those. Those are those enclosed speakers. And then we've got the kids' bedroom up here. Let's turn that one on. Turn it up a little louder. Sometimes when they can't sleep, I turn it on a low volume and turn on some kids' music. There's this one. Okay, so that's everything up here. Now the wall controller for this upstairs master living room is down here. I'll show you that in a minute here. I'll show you that right now, actually.
So here's the wall control for that. And remember, you don't have to use these wall controls if you don't want to. You can just use the smartphone app. So I like using the wall controls myself because I think they look really nice, and then if we ever sold the house, the next buyer would probably like to have the controls. That way they're not trying to figure out some kind of smartphone app, and when you're selling a house, the less confusion is just a little bit more attractive for the buyers. So here's the kitchen speakers. So there's those two. We'll go out in the garage and show the garage real fast. So we've got a speaker right up there, and then we got a speaker right up there, and the control is right here. These are indoor-outdoor speakers, and they've got the bass radiator on them. I love these speakers. They sound awesome. They're my favorite ones, definitely, in the entire install. But they're also the largest ones, so they should sound the best. And then we've got the back patio zone. So I ran that on this wall here because it shares the inside cavity for that other keypad for that great room. So just on the other side of this wall is the keypad. And so when I ran that cable from the basement, one just goes out, for that great room, and then one comes out here. So there's one. And then the other one is right up there. And then remember, my cable, you can't see it unless you're looking for it, but it runs there, and then up the pitch and down, and then right there. All right. So then now, go downstairs and show that. Well, actually, no, we got the master bathroom. Forgot about that one. So we got the master bathroom. So we've got the two in here. So one there, one there. And remember, any of these zones, you have 6 sources. You can plug in up to 6 audio sources. So right now, when I'm demoing this right now, every zone is listening to the same thing. But remember, if I want to listen to something different in here, I can just change the source. So don't forget that you've got all that flexibility. Per zone, you can decide what you want to listen to. So if I change it to source 2, now you don't hear anything because I'm not playing anything in source 2. But you got a lot of flexibility. So let's go downstairs. I think that's the last zone, the zone number 10. So got my speaker there, and my speaker, oh, come on, focus, right there. And I put the wall control over here. And then on the other side of this wall is my utility room. So there's a keypad there's that keypad right there. But then also I have a termination hub right here. So this is where I've got some keypads coming in here. And I ran that cable I talked about in one of my other videos. I'll put a little info box pop up, but talked about how we ran it, and it goes outside and connects to the main keypad hub upstairs. So this is kind of like a little junction point, I guess you could call it, right there. So yeah, I think that's it. That's the demo, and that's the install all wrapped up. So let me go back upstairs and might say a few closing words, but if you guys have any questions, let me know.
I wanted to talk about how I do my sources. Mostly I wanted to talk about the Alexa source. That's really what I wanted to talk about. And the way I do it is that I have an Alexa Dot, and that's because they have the audio output jack. So that's what this cable is it just is the RCA, the red and white RCA to 3.5 millimeter. And so the way that we use it the most, one of the most ways, is that we have a group. In the Alexa app, you can make a group, and you can add all your dots, or dots or echoes, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be just a dot, but you can add all your Alexa devices into that group. And then with that group, you can specify a preferred speaker. And so in the group, that's what this one is. It's the preferred speaker. So no matter what device we talk into, it will play the audio out this device because this is the preferred speaker. So we can be in the basement and we can tell it to play, whatever we want it to, and it's going to play out through here. And so that's the way we have it set up. You can't like tell it to turn on zone 1 because there is no integration as of now to do that. But if you tell it to like turn the volume down some, because I usually put this should be on 100% volume, and then that lets you, that's outputting the most signal into your amp. But if you did tell it to go to like 50% volume, it would dim your volume in your zone by 50% because this is an analog connection, and so the amount of signal going into this does directly impact how loud the sound is going out into your system. And so technically you can get that kind of control by saying, lower the volume, and it'll lower the volume in all your zones. But you don't have the control to say like turn zone 1 on, turn zone 2 volume up, and it's not controlling this. But still, you get kind of that feel when you do have it set up with a group and then set your preferred speaker, and then no matter what you talk to, the audio for music comes out of here. Now, when you say like, tell me what the weather is, that will still come out that local Alexa, so that doesn't play through here. It only plays through the one that you talk to, and that's perfect because that's really what you want. You want it to really only play the music out the preferred speaker, and then anything else that you're talking to, it comes out that, and that is the way it works. So I just wanted to mention that because I think a lot of you probably will find that helpful and really love doing that. And then the other sources that I use, I do use the wireless streamers that are built into these to cast music to. And then from my old monoprice system that I had, I still had my Chromecast audio. And so I'm still using that. They quit making those, so if you're trying to find them, you'll have to look on eBay, but they quit making those. So I do also have that one hooked in, so I can technically have, I do have 3 wireless sources, because that one is a third one. So I've got the 3 wireless sources, and then the Alexa, and then I still have another RCA input if I wanted to use that. All right, so that's a wrap. Remember that if you need a custom length ribbon cable to connect your 2 amplifiers, if you need one, remember I can make you a custom one. So if you recall in one of my other videos, you can't use those header pins to connect 2 together. You need 1 continuous length. So just remember, I can help out with that if you need. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. So when it's all said and done, and the amount of money that I spent on this system, which by the way was nothing compared to like for this large of an install, the 10 zones and the hardware, all the speakers, what I spent was just not even a fraction of the cost of what a professional, audio installer place would charge. But when it's all said and done, is it worth it? And honestly, that's something that you have to make up your mind on. I think so, but again, if you have, I'm not trying to put installers out of business. As you watched, the series, it took a lot of work, took a lot of time, traversing around in the attic, and it's not, it's time consuming. It's not hard, but it's time consuming, and so, that's what you pay for. If you get a quote from an audio installer and, it's $10,000 or more,
I mean, you're paying for a lot of time is what you're paying for. And so yes, you can save a lot of money, and I think it's worth it, and I'm not trying to put those people out of business, but at the end of the day, you know, you've seen the series, and it takes a lot of time. But if you're willing to, you know, have the patience and learn some things along the way, I think that you're going to get professional results like this, and you know, a high-end look and feel and high-end sound. And I think that you know, you're really going to enjoy it, and you're going to learn a lot about your house because, you know, you're up in the attic, you see things, and you know, you're moving insulation around, you kind of have your bearings set. You know, when you're up in the attic, you kind of know where things are at now in your house because you have to kind of do that investigational discovery. So you're going to learn a lot about your house, and honestly, that was all so invaluable since, you know, having just bought this house like 8 months ago, and I learned so much just, you know, in my attic, and kind of just, you know, figuring out and looking around and seeing if, you know, if there's been any signs of issues in the past. So yeah, I think those are the closing remarks, and I hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel for more, and let me know if you guys have any questions, and I hope you guys enjoyed this series. So thanks a lot, and hope to be hearing from you guys. Thanks.